Hello, everyone. Thank you for listening to my podcast today. My name is Jessica. I am 27 years old. Today, I want to share my English learning journey with you. This is not a perfect story. This is a real story. It is about why I started learning English, how difficult it was, what opportunities I found, and how I'm still learning and growing every day. I hope my story can give you motivation. If you are learning English now, I want you to know one thing. You are not alone. I started learning English when I was very young. At that time, I did not really understand why English was important. I only knew that English was a subject at school. I memorized words. I studied grammar. I took exams. But honestly, I did not feel confident. English felt far away from my real life. When I was a child, English sounded beautiful to me. I liked listening to English songs. I liked watching English movies, even though I did not understand much. The sound of English felt special. It felt like a door to another world. As I grew older, I started to understand why English mattered. English was not only a school subject, it was a tool. It was a bridge. I saw people who could speak English confidently. They could talk to foreigners. They could travel. They could study more. They could work better jobs. Inside my heart, I thought, one day I want to be like them. But the journey was not easy. When I tried to speak English, I felt shy. I was afraid of making mistakes. I was afraid people would laugh at me. Sometimes I knew the answer in my mind, but I could not say it out loud. My pronunciation was not good. My grammar was not perfect. I spoke slowly. Sometimes my mind went blank. There were days when I felt tired. There were days when I wanted to give up. I asked myself many times, why is English so hard? I studied English for many years, but still I felt stuck. I could understand English when I listened. I could read English texts. But speaking was the hardest part. I realized something important. I learned English in a very passive way. I listened, but I did not speak. I read, but I did not practice. I knew many words, but I did not use them. This was one of my biggest difficulties. Another difficulty was time. Life became busy. Work, responsibilities, and daily stress made learning harder. Sometimes I was too tired to study. But deep inside, I still wanted to improve. One day I made a small decision. I decided not to chase perfection. I decided to focus on progress. I told myself, it is okay to make mistakes. It is okay to speak slowly. It is okay to be a learner. That mindset changed everything. I started listening to English podcasts. I listened while walking. I listened while resting. I listened every day, even for a short time. At first, I did not understand everything, but I kept listening. Slowly, my ears became familiar with the sound of English. My brain started to catch patterns. I noticed common words and phrases. Then I started to speak more. I talked to myself in English. I described my day in English. I spoke in front of the mirror. I recorded my voice. At first it felt strange, but slowly it felt normal. This was a big turning point in my journey. English started to become part of my daily life. With time, English gave me opportunities. I could understand more content online. I could learn new skills through English videos. I could read articles and books. English opened a wider world for me. I realized that English was not only about language. It was about confidence. It was about connection. It was about growth. Because of English, I started believing in myself more. I felt proud of my small improvements. Even now, I am still learning. I am not perfect. I still make mistakes, but I am comfortable with English now. I can listen better. I can speak more freely. I can express my thoughts more clearly. Most importantly, I enjoy the process. I do not force myself too hard. I learn step by step. I learn every day. Some days I learn a lot. Some days I learn a little, but I never stop. I believe learning is a lifelong journey. English is part of my daily routine now. It is part of who I am. That is why I created this podcast. This podcast is not only for teaching English, it is for sharing experiences. It is for learning together. It is for growing together. If you are listening to this podcast and you feel afraid of English, I want to tell you something. You are doing well. If you feel slow, it is okay. If you make mistakes, it is okay. If you feel tired, rest. But do not quit. Progress is more important than perfection. Today, I am 27 years old. I am still learning English. I am still improving, and I am happy with my journey. English has given me confidence. English has given me opportunities. English has given me a voice. I believe it can do the same for you. Thank you for listening to my story. Thank you for spending your time with me. Let's keep learning. Let's keep growing. Step by step. See you in the next episode.